Welcome back everyone. In this video we're going to discuss constructions. Here we're going to learn how to divide a line segment internally and externally into a given ratio. Also we will be discussing how to draw tangents from outside the circle. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's see the first question. Draw a line segment of length 8 cm and divide it internally in the ratio 4:5. So the most important thing is the line has to be 8 cm and you have to divide it internally. Internally means if this is your line, the point has to be on the line. Okay, if it was externally, that means the point will be outside the line in the ratio 4:5. So the three important things are length, internally, and the ratio. First of all, let us draw a line of length 8 cm. Now from one point, let's say A, let us draw an acute angle downward. Remember, acute angle has to be less than 90 degree. Okay, so you can draw any angle which is less than 90 degree. Since the given ratio is 4:5, we will add the two ratios, that is 4 plus 5. Now 4 plus 5 is 9. So we will divide this line into 9 parts as shown. So this is our first mark. Without changing the length of the compass, we will keep one end of the compass on the just drawn arc and we will draw another arc like this. Then again, without changing the size of the compass, we will keep one of the point on the second arc and we will draw the third arc, which will look something like this. Following the same steps, we will now draw 9 such arcs which will divide the whole line into 9 equal parts. Let us label the first arc as A1, second arc as A2, and so on all the way up to A9. Now we will join the other end of the line, that is B and A9, and it will look something like this. Now since the ratio is 4:5, we will take A4. Okay, because the ratio is 4:5, we're going to take A4 and draw a line parallel to the line A9B, which will look something like this. The point where our line intersects the main line, that is AB, will mark it as P, and this point P divides the line AB internally into the ratio 4:5. Let's see one more question where you have to divide a line segment of length 6 cm externally in the ratio 2:3. Justify your construction. It simply means you'll have to write down the steps. Okay, so the important things are the length, that is 6 cm, externally, that means the point lies outside the line, and the ratio, which is 2:3. Let us first draw a line of length 6 cm as shown. Let us draw another line as shown such that the two lines form an acute angle, just like the previous question. Now since the ratio is 2:3, we will be dividing this line into 5 segments. Place your compass on one of the point and mark an arc on the line as shown. This is how it will look. Now without changing the size of the compass, place the point end on the arc and draw another arc as shown. Now continue this until and unless the line gets divided into 5 equal parts. So this is how it will look. Just like the previous question, mark the first arc as A1, second arc as A2, and so on all the way up to the fifth arc, that is A5. Now in the previous question where you had to divide the line internally, you would join the last arc and the end point. This time you will draw the line between the first ratio and the end point. So here the ratio is 2:3. So we will draw a line between A2 and the other point. This is the point of difference between internally and externally. The line will look something like this. Now from the extreme end, that is A5, we will draw a line parallel to the previous line, which will look something like this. Notice that this line is dotted. Now we will extend our main line such that this line joins the dotted line at a point. So this is how it will look, and we can see the point of intersection of these two lines. Let us mark this point of intersection as P. And this point P is the point that divides the line into the ratio 2:3 externally. Let us see one question here. It says draw a circle of radius 4 cm. Then draw two tangents to the circle inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to each other. Okay, so this is how your figure will look like. This is your circle whose radius is given to be 4 cm, and you'll have to draw two tangents from a random point, something like this, such that this angle is 60 degrees. Now before we do this question, we need to know some properties. The properties are, if this point and this point is joined, that is the point at which the tangent is touching the circle and the center is joined, then this is 90 degrees. Similarly, if you draw this side, this is also 90 degrees. Okay, so this is 90, this is 90, this is 60, so we'll have to find out this one. Okay, so we know that this angle plus this angle plus this angle plus this angle is 360. So this angle alone will be 360 minus all of these angles, which will be 360 minus 240, which is 120. So we have this angle to be equal to 120. Now if you draw a line from this point to this point, then we know that this line bisects this angle. Okay, so this angle will be 60 and this angle will also be 60. So let us draw a circle of radius 4 cm. Let us now draw the radius and extend it outside the circle, and on that line let us now draw an angle of 60 degrees. To draw an angle of 60 degrees, we will have to draw an arc first, such that this arc intersects the main line. From the point of intersection of the arc and the main line, let us draw another arc such that it intersects our main arc. So this is how it will look. Let us now join the extreme end and the point of intersection of the two arcs. Now the angle that is formed between the main line and the newly drawn line is 60 degrees. So this line can be treated as the radius. Now we know that the angle between the radius and the tangent is always 90 degrees at the point of intersection. So let us draw an angle of 90 degrees at this point. First we will draw an arc. Then from the point of intersection of the arc and the main line, we will draw another arc such that it cuts the main arc just like 60 degrees. So it will look something like this. Now from the point of intersection of the two arcs, let us draw another arc such that it intersects the main arc without changing the length of the compass, and it will look something like this. Now from the first point of intersection, let us draw another arc on top in between those two arcs, something like this. Then from the second point of intersection, let us cut the just drawn arc, and it should look something like this. Let us now join the radius end and the newly intersected arcs and extend it on the line, which should look something like this. Now this angle that is just formed is 90 degrees. Let's mark the point of intersection as P. Now we will do the same thing on the downside. So first of all, let us draw 60 degrees and join it. That will become the radius. In the point where the radius meets the circle, we'll have to draw a 90 degrees. So just like the previous one. Now we will simply join the 2 points. Okay, if we join the 2 points, then it will meet at the same point, that is P. Now if you do everything correctly, it should exactly coincide with the point P. And this is how you draw two tangents inclined at an angle, in this case 60 degrees. The more questions you practice, the better you will become at construction. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Take care everyone.